Hey, what's good? Coach Colin Castello here with Shot Mechanics Basketball. And today we're going to give you the best one-on-one moves if you're a small player. All right, so basketball is a big man's game, but that doesn't mean you can't excel if you're a smaller or a shorter player. If you think about guys like Isaiah Thomas or even guys that are even, kind of like the size of Kyrie Irving. So today what we want to do is give you some of the best moves that you can use if you're a shorter player to beat those players that are longer, bigger, or more athletic than you are. Now, before we jump into it, I want you to click the top link in the description down below and get a free copy of my Get Bucket Scoring Challenge. This scoring challenge is going to change the way you think about training and probably increase your scoring average the first time you try it, because we got a lot of great stuff in there and thousands of players from all over the world are doing it as we speak. So click that link so you get a free copy. Now, the first thing we're going to work on is what we call a pump jab. If you're a small player and you're playing one-on-one, the key is to get your defender moving off of the catch as soon as the ball touches your hands, right? Too many times, younger or smaller players will catch the ball and they'll kind of wait and they'll hesitate and they'll really let this defender get set up, right? He's a lot taller and a lot longer and a lot more explosive than I am. So if I let him set up and get ready on defense, I'm toast. It's going to be really hard to get a shot off. So the idea is we want to try to get him moving right as I'm receiving the basketball and as he's still moving in his stance just a little bit. So the first one we're going to use is what we call a pump jab, meaning as soon as we get this check off and as soon as the ball comes in, you're going to catch the ball and you're going to throw a pump fake into a jab at the exact same time. So basically this pump fake doesn't have to be a huge pump fake. I pretty much just want to raise the ball to my chest, eyes to the rim, and then throw a jab out of it. The idea is we haven't put a dribble down yet, but we're getting him to give us space before we've even started, right? Again, if I'm a smaller player and if he checks it in, and if I just kind of hold it and do one of these, now he can really close this space and it's going to be tough to get. So again, as the ball comes, I'm going to catch, sell my eyes, ball to the chest, and then immediately head and eyes down into a jab step. From here, I'm staying loaded and then I'm taking what he gives me, right? As a small player, you got to take the first option that you get on one-on-one. If I come out of this jab and he gives me space, you got to be ready to let it fly. You probably don't have time to put a couple dribbles down and resize them back up, right? We want to make a quick decision and take the first available shot you get. I see way too many small players. They, have a good look at a shot. Maybe it's like a 6 out of 10 on a scale of how good of a shot it is. And then they pass it up and then they get a 2 out of 10 because the defender can recover. So you always want to take the first available shot, especially if you're a smaller player on offense. And the pump jab is a great way to do it. So the next move that I love is the kick step hezi. And basically we're going to use that hesitation off of a lateral movement to get to the basket to try to get a layup, or at least to get him to turn his hips so I can try to shoot a jump shot. So it's going to start off with a check just like before. But as we come through, all we're going to do is we're going to roll the ball out. And as I do, I'm going to kick step sideways. So you can kind of see how my feet are going to start this out by kicking and replacing going the opposite direction. So I'm rolling it out and I'm kicking left foot, right foot out. From here, the key is as I'm going out, I'm going to bring my eyes to the rim. So I'm pushing out, eyes to the rim, and then I'm going to bring my offhand over to the ball and then raise my shoulders a little bit. So this is going to make him think that I'm getting ready to shoot a jump shot, right? So as I come through and I push out and I bring this hand over, he starts to raise up and then I can attack that top leg going towards the basket. Again, main key here that we want to do is sell it with the eyes, sell it with the shoulders, sell it with the hands. So as I come through, sell, and then I can go by, right? If you're a smaller player, you really got to use your eyes and use your shoulders to try to get them to close the space. That way we can beat them to the rack. Again, it doesn't matter what direction we're going. I can go to the left. I'm just pushing out with the opposite. Kick step, hezi, go, right? Each time we really want to get him up, shoulders raised, eyes as a hoop, and you'll be good to go. All right, so the next move we love is the between the legs fake. Again, we're just trying to get him moving off the catch so then we have some space to operate and work. So same thing, we're going to check it up. As ball comes in, as soon as it comes in, we want to try to catch and move into a jab step at the same time. So this move works best if, when he checks, this move works best if I jab on the catch, right? If I catch, let him set up, and then jab, it's going to be a little harder. Again, we can start a little further back to try to get him moving into it. So as I come in, I'm going to catch, jab. Now from here, we're going to between the legs fake, meaning I'm going to put the ball between my legs without a dribble, and then I'm going to push it back out to the left. So the idea is it looks like I'm going between my legs, and then I push out going the opposite direction. Key here is we're not putting our first dribble down until we're pushing out the opposite way. So as I come, I'm here, I haven't dribbled yet. Hopefully that's going to get him to drop this foot. So as soon as he switches his hips right here, I'm pushing, and now I have the opposite top foot to attack. What's great about this move is you don't necessarily have to do anything out of it. If I hit this and he doesn't move, no harm, no foul. I can still do another move. I can attack him some other direction, right? It's just a great way to try to get him sliding, get his hips moving before we've even put a dribble down. All right, if this video helped you out, you're gonna wanna do a few things. Number one, hit the link in the description down below and get that free copy of my Get Bucket Scoring Challenge. This scoring challenge is probably gonna increase your scoring average the very first time you try it, because we're gonna kind of work on some skills that you maybe haven't worked on before. So you're definitely gonna wanna click that link in the description down below. Thousands of players over the world have already started it. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, hit that like button, hit the subscription button, then hit the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you wanna see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people. We run pretty much everything out for request, so leave it down below and hopefully we get to it. And again, don't forget to check out our friends down at Noah. Also, link in the description down below. They're kind of changing the game when it comes to basketball shooting. So if you're a parent or a coach, you're definitely gonna wanna check them out. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Costello with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.